According to a recent NAR study, 82% of sellers were contacted by only one agent before finding the right agent to work with to sell their property. 89% listed their homes on a local MLS. 76% reported that they provided agent compensation, with only 7% for sell by owners. With these numbers, we see so much opportunity for you to help your seller sell.
And we want you to be effective in working with sellers. In this short training, you will learn how to obtain signatures quickly and at your desired rate. Instead of just showing up to your appointment unprepared, what we will do is share what works for us after thousands of seller meetings.
We want you to secure a higher percentage of listing contracts. So remember, if we help increase your listing opportunities, you will earn additional income with no more time spent. What will make us really happy is to give you the confidence to convince your seller that you are the #1 agent to solve their problem.
We have an attachment outlining the step-by-step process and a unique calendar close. A very tough goal for new agents, though, is to ask enough questions before the meeting so that you can secure the listing at that first meeting. The seller's answers to your questions will allow you to identify their needs and allow you to prepare a personalized market proposal and a solid pricing plan. We will go over the questions and objections in another meeting.
Unlike working with buyers, you will invest more time and money upfront in your preparation. On average, I spend about 4 to 5 hours in preparation of my appointment with the seller. I'll need to obtain a property profile, the last vesting deed, legal description, plat map, market demographics, and the market stats.
Your presentation method will dictate the location. While having a table between you and the client is quite common, it is also a barrier, so you need to read the client's body language and ideally find a location so you are sitting next to the client. Be sure to keep the presentation short because the longer it gets, the worse it gets.
Clients' minds begin to wander, agents begin to promise more, your pay percentage tends to fall, the listing price tends to increase. So the outcome will be a longer marketing, less profit, and what you don't want is a potential expired listing.
Also be sure to focus on the primary issue and use the short presentation. Don't give the work to the seller in terms of pricing unless you get that signed listing agreement.
Don't let the distractions get in the way of your focus. You have studied and planned for this appointment, and a lot of sellers will ask a lot of questions that are out of your flow. So what are you going to do? One option is to tell the client that you will get to that later, and the other option is to go to that section in your presentation, answer it, and then resume.
Don't give too much advice or create issues when there are no issues. Only speaking to one person or one decision maker is a very bad idea. And also be sure that you ask clarifying questions and truly listen to the seller.
One temptation that you might have in a presentation is to read directly to the client. Don't. Study the material ahead of time. Talk to the material without looking at it.
Another thing we've seen, Candace, is not closing with the paperwork. Showing up with the paperwork already filled in and just having it there on the table.
Okay, so let's go. Show up early, drive by the nearby streets, and really take the time to evaluate the property.
When you get to the property, take notes and add those notes to the list of features and improvements.